Welcome to the Jimmy O Show.
All right, our second guest introducer here, my second of three daughters. Boys, let me tell you something. You don't get a choice over it when you have kids. Boys, girls, I'm gonna tell you, life with three daughters is an interesting experience. All right, so we're back now with more Players of the Year. Players of the Year, not Players of the Week, Players of the Year. We got our Special Teams Player of the Year, Jha'Quan Jackson. Jha'Quan, how you doing? We got our Special Teams Newcomer of the Year, Mr. Lawrence Keys. We got one of our co-defensive Players of the Year, Mr. Nick Anderson. And our Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Newcomer of the Year, my guy, my new favorite, Big Prince Pines. How we doing, Prince? Prince, man, you do things to people on the field I dreamed about, but I never really could do. I enjoy watching you manhandle some guys out there, man.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Look, before we get started, we want to remind people to please go to ftwcollective.com to find out more about what we're doing here. A lot of momentum right now for the collective, and just great opportunities are popping up everywhere for the guys. And we also want to mention our charity partner. We did it last episode. We can do it again. Son of a Saint's been just been great for us. We're enjoying our partnership with them and looking forward to lots more opportunities to work with an amazing group doing great work in the city of New Orleans. Gentlemen, welcome. I've talked to some of y'all last week, but we're here again, and it's getting closer. Y'all starting to feel like cotton right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
How's the prep work going?
It's going well. We really never stopped training, stopped preparing. So we've been going at it since the Monday after the championship game. So, it still feels like we're a little, less than what we would be as far as in season, but the preparation's still there.
Yeah. Look, I got to ask a favor. Prince, maybe you can pull this string for me, all right? My family, we're coming with y'all to Dallas, but let's do all sorts of problems for my workout schedule. I'm 4 days a week at 5:30 in the morning, but I'm not going to be in my gym. I'm not going to be in Bradley's gym. You think you can talk to Hester and get me to get on the bus when y'all go to the gym so I can go get my workouts in?
I feel like Nick better than with that, like Nick or Jha'Quan. Like they close to him, like they gonna get it right. They gonna get it right for you.
They know how to make things happen, huh?
Nah, for sure.
Yes, sir. All right. I just don't want you to show me up in there, all right?
Oh no, I'm not.
I'm trying to think of what movement I can do that I can be better in, but I don't think there's any of them, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe we go play golf. No? All right. That ain't much of a workout. Guys, looking at the opponent, Nick, I watch you on social media. I get a good kick out of it because our guy, Caleb, he won himself a nice hardware.
He did.
You looking forward to the opportunity to play him, huh?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
I think a lot of people out there, it's like, well, because he's questionable for the game and all that. And, I think a lot of Tulane people, fans look at it and they're like, well, it'd be all right if he didn't play. Nobody would remember or not. You'd be disappointed if you don't get to play him.
Yeah, most definitely. I just feel like, he's a worthy opponent, great guy to play against. Great to have on your resume that you beat a Heisman Memorial Trophy winner. So I'm hopeful that he plays.
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt. And guys, you two, Lawrence and Quan, man, look, that's a good team. I feel like offensively, like you look at it, tail of the tape, you feel like their offense presents a big challenge. You got to try to score points with them. Our defense obviously going to have a lot to say about that. But where the game could very well be won is in a return game, right? We ready for that big stage?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Any given moment.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess as New Orleans area guys, y'all don't necessarily grow up idolizing Jerry World, but it's got to be pretty cool to get in there and take one to the house and under the big lights.
Well, it most definitely is. I mean, I kind of had previous experience being there before, so I'm pretty excited to go back.
Right.
Just attack like it's a regular game.
Yeah, I forgot that. Y'all played one of the openers there when you were at Notre Dame?
It was actually the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, you played in the Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl and also the Rose Bowl. So it was like back to back, basically.
So did you educate your teammates about what to expect in Dallas for the Cotton Bowl?
I haven't yet. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
I wanted to let them get the feeling, the experience of it. It's pretty big, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Lars, that's pretty cool, man. So 2 Cotton Bowls and a Rose Bowl on your resume, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is going to be your biggest game of them all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch it. And then, guys, 394 passing in this last game. Back to you two guys. Y'all were a big part of Jha'Quan. The one-handed catch was all the touchdowns we scored might have been the biggest play of the game right there. I guess as we're preparing for them, do we think we will be able to replicate some of that success in the passing game?
Yeah, most definitely. We watched film and everything in the past 2 weeks on them and everything, and they just like any other defense that we play, man. They play different coverages and everything, but I think coaches are gonna have to do a great job with a great game plan and everything. Just make sure we have a great game plan so we can go out there and get the win.
Yeah, look, I ain't worried about that game plan. I ain't worried about y'all playing, man. It's just a matter of we just got to avoid bad luck, you know. I don't have. I've gotten to the point, you know. I lost sleep before so many games. As y'all are winning more and more over the course of the season, man, this is going so good. I don't want this to slip away, right? And now I'm at the point like there's so much belief and faith that we're gonna get y'all's A game every time y'all go out. And those coaches have been pretty good with their game plans.
Right.
It's just a pleasure to watch. Just everything clicking on such a high level. You know, balls can always bounce a weird way and all that, but short of that, man, I know we're gonna see a great game out of Tulane. In fact, the bowl confidence pool. You know, you got to pick your games. You got most confidence in. I put Tulane 43 points. I get the most confidence in Tulane winning that game. So maybe I'm a little biased. Big Prince, looking at USC up front, do they remind you of any opponents you've seen so far in terms of what they bring, scheme-wise, personnel-wise up front?
One thing that we noticed that Coach Nagabe pointed out to us, they do a lot of slanting on the D-line. So basically, we're just going to have to utilize that, like attack the run game. But I'm pretty sure Coach Nagabe going to have the right game plan for us to be successful, no matter what they're doing scheme-wise.
No doubt. When you see a team with that, a lot of slants, stunt type stuff, do you prefer like more gap block or a zone block type of responsibility? What's your preference?
More of a gap because it's like they slanting, but it's like either way, like Coach Nagabe gonna make sure we right for the game no matter what they do.
Right. There's no doubt about that. You looking forward to strapping up with your guy Sincere next to you at least one more time, huh?
Yeah, for sure. At least one more time.
I'm working on it, though. I want to see our guy come back.
Right.
We're going to reclassify him. What you think? I'm going to go find the best barbecue place I can find up there. He and I had a long discussion of barbecue when he was my guest preseason. So yeah, I mean, and then Nick, of course, man, we talked about the Heisman winner and everything they bring to the table. You know, are you able to sleep right now? I mean, how excited are you about this opportunity?
I'm just taking it one day at a time, simply because just knowing this, my last college football game with these guys, you know, I just want to take, you know, every workout, every day of preparation, every practice, take it, you know, minute by minute, hour by hour, and just soak it all in. You know, not really trying to rush it because I know once it's over, it's going to be over. So really just trying to stay in the moment, enjoy each and every day with these guys, just cherishing, you know, the opportunity that we got, you know, on the grand stage. So yeah, I'm excited about it, but you know, I'll get real excited about it when it gets here.
There's no doubt. And look, living in the present, that's an important thing. And we talked about that on this show before. I mean, you can't change anything about the past and you can't do anything about the future at the moment. All you can do is the moment, right? And I just think back of your career, man. I remember watching you, Nick, when you first came in from JUCO. I was like, I didn't quite know, like the first game or two games or whatever, seeing you getting blocked. It's like, man, I know Coach Fritz was high on this guy, but I don't necessarily see it. And then it was like third or fourth game, I was like, whoa, okay, this guy's a player. Have you ever had time to really kind of sit back and reflect how far the journey has been from when you first showed up on campus to now you're preparing to play your final college football game in the Cotton Bowl?
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey. Just dealing with, you know, the grand scheme of, you know, being more intelligent when it comes to my football IQ, having to change my body. Came here a little overweight, so having to shift that, shift my focus to being more of a student of the game rather than just, you know, dominating with my physical presence. And just my growth as a player, as a leader, more importantly, on this team. It's just something I reflect on, you know, day by day. I'm just thankful for the journey, thankful for all the lessons, all the blessings that, you know, God has given me along this journey, and I wouldn't have wanted to go any other way.
Yeah, and with anybody else.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, y'all probably overheard me, but I was talking to some offensive guys about some of the other guys about, that's the coolest thing about what we do here. All the sweat, all the effort, everything that you put into this, all the stuff you miss out on as a college athlete because the athlete part is so important. And you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your business. You got to do two jobs, right? You got to be a full-time student. You got to be a full-time player. But 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when you've been in the same space with the same guys for so long and you achieve something like this, it's always a home to come back to, right? And it's always sort of a fondness that never leaves you. And so it's been a journey so far, but the journey, this part of the journey might be in it, but everything that's in the future is still out in front of you. And so when we think about that, sort of, you guys have time left. The three other guests, sort of looking at this as this isn't the end of anything, right? This Tulane 2022 is not the end, but it's the start of something new. Is that a feeling that you guys have? Am I just being optimistic? I mean, do y'all agree that like, this is the start of a new day in Tulane football?
I mean, I'll honestly say yes. Just speaking of my experience, coming in as a transfer, I mean, like previously, like being home and being away from home, like I used to keep up with a lot of sports here, and I mean, probably these guys can tell you themselves. They've been here longer than I have, but I mean, like the last few years, it hasn't really been, like so great here, and I feel like just coming here at the right time with these guys. Joining them this year with this team we have here now, like having a winning season, winning a conference championship, and also getting a chance to play in the Cowboys, pretty big. And I feel like it's a huge turnaround for the program, and I feel like from here it'll only get better.
Yeah, I don't mean to sell short the success. The guys have been here for 5 years, it's none of y'all, but they've been to 4 bowl games, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's new to Tulane. I mean, they've been from 1998. Last conference championship until that first bowl game under Coach Fritz. There were 2. And this is in a day and age where you got to go 6-6 to go to a bowl game. And there were 2. I mean, and so Lawrence, you grew up as a kid here. I mean, Quan, you grew up as a kid here. People didn't look at Tulane football as anything like they're looking at it now, right? And so when I'm talking about legacy and sort of changing the paradigm, I mean, that's really what I'm speaking of to. The people in New Orleans now see you differently. And this is a new opportunity for kids who were in your shoes 10 years ago. Now they're saying, well, I want to be the next Jha'Quan Jackson. I want to be the next Nick Anderson. I want to be the next Prince Pines. I want to be the next Lawrence Keys instead of, I want to go to LSU and, Tulane, it's a good school,
Definitely.
It's just a cool thing. Like for me, as son, I've seen it all. I've been in that Superdome when 500 people were in there. And I've been on that field after y'all won a conference championship. I'd much rather the latter, right? And so I guess I want to thank you for all y'all did to contribute to that. But guys, I guess I'll ask y'all this: is there, if you could pick one moment from the whole season, the moment that you think you're gonna remember the most when you're looking back 20 years from now, do y'all have one moment? Juan, I'll start with you. I got some options for you. We had, individually, we got the Memphis return, packed house. Okay, first packed house, probably in your career, and you scored a second touchdown on a 90-yard return, or the catch in the championship game. That was a huge moment. But it might be something else. What say you, my friend?
I go back to the Houston game, man. Overtime, man. I know we was built for it and everything, but just saying Tajay catching the ball, just going back to the early morning, we was up at 5 o'clock every morning catching jobs, man. And we see that it paid off and everything. And then when I went up to him and told him, I was like, man, it's 2 things. God help you do that and them jugs.
That's right.
And then you're right. Them jugs, the only thing he talked about, man, them jugs. But that's the one thing I'm going to remember and everything. So, but the other things, got a lot of memories from when we first came back in January and we had the players-led meeting and Nick and Brad, Dorian, everybody came together and believed in everything. And one thing that I liked that they all did was they asked a question to everybody. Anybody had questions? Anybody want to say something to get off their chest? And that's one thing I like. Some people just want to come in there and just tell everybody what's going to happen without nobody responding back. And everybody spoke up what we should do, what we should change, different and everything. So everybody, at that time, from being in the past, from freshman and sophomore to my junior year this year, just seeing how different the culture had changed and everything. And then when Coach Hester got here and everything, but the brotherhood that we grew, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to keep climbing.
Right. Yeah, great answer. Lawrence, any one moment, or you could be like Juan, you can give us several because there are several great ones.
It's so many. It's definitely so many. But I honestly say pretty much just the sideline. Our confidence, the brotherhood, like even when things wasn't going well, like the positive energy that I seen on the sideline was something I never seen before, ever out of all my years in college football. Things were down, like players were down, like we uplifting our brother, like we down on the scoreboard, like we like coming back, getting together as an offense. We're gonna do this next drive, like everybody's on the same page, everybody confident, everybody just helping each other, and it was never any like doubt, like a negative moment we ever had when things got hard on our end, and that's something I really will always remember from my time being here.
Well, you know what that does, wherever you end up in life, NFL, career, professionally, knowing that's the secret key that so many people don't get to know in their life. That brotherhood, teamwork, belief in what we're doing together can overcome a lot. I mean, that's like the secret sauce that a lot of people don't get in life, and you learn that here, and that's awesome. It's awesome. Nick, how about you?
I got two. The first one, I would say, is the great surge in the summer. My team won, and and after we won, I took a picture like this, saying that like we won. Like my mode was like we just won a ring.
Mm-hmm.
And just a couple of days ago, I looked back at the great surge and the events, and we won, but we lost the fourth event, and then we lost like the second to last event, and then we went on and we won the final event, which was like the championship round. And it's crazy because that was a reflection of our season. Coming out, we lost to Southern Miss. We had some wins after that, and then lost a close, game to UCF the first time. And it's crazy because we lost to Dorian's team and then beat them in the championship. And so that really just shows, God in the smallest ways of how he set you up for things in the long run. And that was just something that really hit me the other night when I was just thinking about our season. And then the second thing I would say is a moment that I'll remember is my speech to the team after the Southern Miss game, because so much could have went wrong after that. So much could have, happened. The program could have went up in shambles after losing a game like that, and, being beat by your rivals in your own, stadium after being, 3-0. But we didn't give up. And when I was talking to the guys, I can see the fire in those guys that they really understood what I was saying, that the whole season was ahead of us, and we had to block out, the hype, because, as much as somebody can praise you, they can also talk down on you. And I feel like that's when we really dialed in, locked in on Houston, went out there, beat Houston, and like Quan said, they just set the tone for the rest of the season. So those would be my two top moments that I remember from the season.
Those are good ones. And I mean, the proof was in the pudding. You go to Houston, preseason favorite to win the league, third string quarterback. Any means necessary. If it required Nick Anderson punching out a ball and Jaden scooping it and scoring, and shovel pass to Tyreek, and Tajay looking like Justin Jefferson out there, looking like a receiver in the end zone. Whatever it took, it got done, and that was a reflection of what you were saying to those guys in that meeting, right? It proved itself versus just more talk from a team that just lost a game. That was huge. Big Prince, what you got, man?
Honestly, I enjoy every moment because it's like as a transfer, this is my second time transferring to college. So just being able to come somewhere where everybody, like Lauren said, like brothers looking out for each other and stuff. So I enjoyed every moment, but like the moment I enjoyed the best was the conference championship. So like basically everybody rushing the field, like I ain't never been like a part of something like that. So like just being able to do that, being able to like play the team that we lost to again, and like just totally dominating them on every like phase of the game. Like that was my favorite moment.
And y'all did.
This season.
I mean, giving you a hard time on that video. I saw you throwing that boy around for UCF, man.
Right.
Big Prince. No sacks, I think. No sacks, 6 pressures or something all year. That's just in the pass game, but you rather run blocking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got to tell y'all, man, and I'll thank y'all that forever. And Nick, you had the vision for it, and others as well. But I've been such a Tulane fan for all the years. I've been sitting in them same seats since the stadium opened. I never had the vision of that rush in the field. I never dared to dream of that. I know you probably did, but I'm gonna hire you or something. I don't know. I'm gonna hire you to be my consultant. And I start doubting myself in my career. But like Nick, I need to talk right now. I need some vision right now. You think you give me a good price on those services?
I can cut you a deal.
Okay, that's good. But I mean, I never had that vision, and to finally be a part of that, I mean, it was just amazing, man. They like walking out the stadium. I'm trying to get to the locker room, come see y'all and everything. They're playing "We Are the Champions," and it's all my kids on the field, man. Just the whole thing, all those students. I mean, the fact that y'all got this school where 80% of the students used to walk around, they didn't know anything about football.
Right.
Now they think they're a football school, and they're filling up the student section an hour before. I mean, the cultural change y'all made will resonate forever. And man, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything y'all done for this university, for people like me who used to be one of 500 in a Superdome. To be a part of that's pretty special. So I can't end it on any better note, man. Y'all did the best. Congratulations on winning our Fear the Wave Players of the Year, Newcomer of the Year, and all the different awards y'all got. And I look forward to many more great experiences watching you guys in the future. Nick, you're gonna be in an NFL uniform. Hopefully it's the Saints. But you don't get a choice over that.
Yeah,
so.
I don't get a choice. I'd love to stay in New Orleans though. But
Yeah, we'd love to keep you. But folks, until next time, that will do it for this episode of the Jimmy O Show. It was awesome. Thank you for joining us throughout the year. Thank you to our guests for always being here for us. And until next time, roll wave.
Roll away.
Thank you.